What's up, everybody? BlueGabe. Welcome back to the Bahamas. We got the contender back, got brand new motors on it. It was time for my trade-in. Got my power pole trolling motor, and I've got my new decking. If you follow along really well, you saw that my old decking fell apart, literally just deteriorated. Marine Deck and Stewart. Those guys did an absolute amazing job. Fast, smooth. They answered all my questions, put it on flawlessly. Marine Deck out of Stewart, Florida. Awesome company. If you follow along really well, you know we just got home from Noodling in Alabama. You got her?
Yeah.
Come on, Jay! Hold it out! I did it. Yeah! It was the boys' week to go with their mom, so Crystal and I loaded up the contender and we made the 80-mile crossing over here to Wet Dreams Fishing Lodge in West End, Bahama. Now throughout the week you'll hear this guy over here working. He is busting his butt, doing an amazing job on this awesome looking house they're building. This is Wet Dreams Fishing Lodge, and this is their cottage. They also have a really big house just one canal over, and I'll show you that later. Right now we're starving. Crystal's been making us breakfast. I got up, tidied up the boat because Crystal and I fished yesterday evening without the camera. We just needed an hour to relax, and we whacked them. Wait till you see what we have in the cooler, and fingers crossed we can do it again today. I had a plan last night and I wanted to try it. That's why I didn't really film it. I went out and it worked. Hopefully we can do it again today. First, let me give you a little tour of Wet Dreams Fishing Lodge. This place is awesome. Come into the main room, two nice bunk beds, which obviously you can see we're using as a closet. We even filled that one up. Really nice, comfortable bed, TV. Most importantly, really nice cold air conditioning. Absolute beautiful bathroom, shower, or you could even take a bath in the shower, which I have been known to do a time or two. Back into the living room. Most importantly, air conditioning. They got a bait freezer. Ooh.
Good morning.
What we got going on in here? That's what I'm talking about.
Pancakes.
Look at that. Fresh pancakes the first morning in the Bahamas. Y'all should hear the story what happened last night. So we got Crystal a new reel. It's actually electric, but it's really small. And we went out fishing last night and she's like, well, you just dropped the first drop. You see how the reel works first. The very first drop, I caught a stud mutton snapper.
Like a giant mutton.
The very first time I ever dropped that reel.
As soon as it hit the bottom, it was like 3 seconds.
Yeah. We're doing our pancakes Bahamian style. We got fresh mango that my parents give us, coconut, some strawberries, blueberries, and blackberries. Me and the boys, though, we love peanut butter on our pancakes, but today we're doing it island style. A little bit of coconut. You gotta have coconut if you're in the Bahamas. I can remember coming over here when I was young. We'd pull into West End and go to the little restaurant right there and get Bahamian French toast. It was to die for.
Oh, on the Bahamian bread, probably.
It was on Bahamian bread, real thick. Whew. We're gonna sit here and enjoy our breakfast together. And then it's about to get started. We're headed offshore in search of muttons and yellowtails and whatever else we can catch. But I'm just pre-warning you, we are gonna yell at some sharks. Just let it be known, the sharks are bad. I lost a giant mutton to a shark last night, which it happens, but it's happening so much worse now than ever. So just know, we're gonna yell at some sharks. Now, one thing a lot of people don't know about the Bahamas is these are windward islands. So you wake up in the morning, 90% of the time it's gonna be blowing. But throughout the day, the wind dies down, makes it perfect fishing. This boat right over here is two couples from the west coast of Florida, and we met them yesterday. They're fans of the channel and awesome people. It's their first trip over here, so we're gonna take them out today and show them the ropes, try to help them catch a bunch of fish like hopefully we're gonna do today. What do we have here, Pregos?
I think this is a mutton. I think this was targeted species.
So the reason I got her that reel is exactly what you see. She's almost 8 months pregnant and she can fight fish.
This is a big one.
Uh-oh, shark.
Yeah, baby!
Look at that.
Yeah, baby!
Biggin. Crystal Beachy.
Yes! Finally! I've been after a stud mutton for a long time. He's big.
That's what we came here for. That's what the moon in June will get you. So we actually just got out here and just got set up. You can see we're only a mile offshore. We're in 96.7 foot of water. All three of us are using completely different rigs, but only one of us have caught a big mutton. If you need a guide, Tom, say hi.
Hello.
That's the man with the plan. Now, I've been coming here my whole life and I know how to do it, and I still hire Tom just because when you get here, he makes your life that much easier. I didn't even have time to get my rod out.
I don't know what it is, Gabriel. I thought he got sharks, but he came up pretty easy.
Looks like a big mutton to me. Another big old biggin. Dang, Crystal. Go ahead and outfish the boys.
Nice fish.
See guys, a lot of y'all buy your wife's purse and shoes.
I got him.
I buy mine really nice reels.
That's the best gift in the world.
What would you rather have, a Gucci purse or a reel?
Gucci who? Real.
Nice one. I still haven't showed them what we're doing. You're catching them too fast.
What's going on over here?
I think this is a barracuda.
Do
Actually.
you?
Not fighting like a mutton. How in the world did Crystal's catching muttons and I catch a triggerfish on a whole live grunt?
Look at that fish though.
Look at that.
Colors
There's
on
the
that
see, with that, you can't push it down. Touch this one. Doop.
He's puking.
What you got? Oh, dadgummit. We're back here trying to get a picture of her two muttons. Pregos and all.
Ooh, boy.
This is a big one here. If you're wondering why we're using electric, that's the only way you can get them past the truck. Inlining for me, Tom.
Got a mutton?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's a good one. That's a nice one.
This is exactly why we came here. And right there is proof of why I always have Tom. You don't have to stress. It's just Crystal and I would have to come back here and do a bunch of stuff. When you're on vacation, make your vacation as easy as possible. And this dude, he don't talk very much. He hardly, I don't even know if he likes me or not, but he makes our life so much easier. And you're giving back to the community. These guys work for a living. This is how they work. We pay them. We get to come to this beautiful country. It's a win-win. In Wet Dreams Fishing Lodge, mixed with these big, beautiful muttons. Now, I will catch one for the haters. I will catch one on regular stand-up. But right now, we're trying to get meat because as soon as we get home, we're going to Georgia. And Miss Sandra and TJ and all them love fresh fish.
Oh yeah, there's the head shape. He's back at 80. He was at about 70.
I just had this rod built by Crowder Rods, and that's the same person who built Crystal's reel or rod. Crowder Rods out of Stuart, Florida. They're really nice.
He's at 50.
About to get hung on my motor.
Oh.
And that's what sharks do to you. Took my whole leader. Big old silver snapper. Those are pretty good to eat too, aren't they? It's like a grunt on steroids. Good fish. We do like these for deep drop bait, so I'm not going to complain.
Oh, there you go.
He hooked himself. He no longer took that fish off, and he's already got a big one. He ain't got, oh, there he's going to get it out of the rod holder.
Wait, that's my rod.
Get somewhere. Oh, a slippery pecker. Never grab those by hand. They will wreck you.
Neck rod.
Uh-oh. Oh, fish.
Wish it would be like an 80-pound grouper.
Come off.
So I actually thought we were getting ready to load the boat. In the last 2 hours, we haven't really caught much. We even went out deep and tried to catch yellow eyes. These muttons are predators. They'll be all over the reefs. They'll even be out in the sand. Just keep trying. If you're not catching them, keep moving. You will run into them.
Woo, you got something big.
I just changed rigs completely.
Oh, yeah. Atta baby.
So I'm not gonna lie, for the last 2 or 3 hours, we've been struggling. Wind kicking our butt, too much current. Sometimes all it takes is a little change.
Look at the different colors on that one. That one's white, baby pink.
So we were out there in about 80 to 90 foot of water. We just slid into about 70 foot of water. And I went from using a really long leader to a really long leader, but with no swivel and just a little weight. My bait was ate up by the triggerfish going down. I just let it keep going, because the mutton's looking. He's seeing stuff going on, and bam, power drove it. Just straight 30-pound test, about 10 feet, tied to my Beyond braid, 30-pound braided line.
Simple.
Look what he's got. Oh, he's got what was been, that's a good eating fish too. Look right here. That's what happened to my hand, cleaning one of them.
Ocean tally. That's what's been taking our bait, Tom Tom.
This will be taking out.
That's a big one.
All day.
We finally got him back.
With this rig, I like to open his gills up a little bit and come down right perfectly like that. Then take his tail and just twist it off. He won't spin as bad like that. You got something?
Yeah.
You can hear Crystal with her little electric reel over there. Boy, she's getting spoiled.
Yeah.
Another yellowtail?
Another yellowtail.
Good. Another thing I've noticed with mutton fishing over the years, you catch 1 or 2, and that might be the only muttons that are on that spot. So just move a little ways, you'll catch another 1 or 2, and sometimes you'll catch 4 or 5, 10 in one spot. But if you catch 1 or 2 and you go for a long time, just go ahead and move, because you probably caught the only 2 that are patrolling that reef. Another yellowtail. Oh! Oh! Did you see that? Y'all said I can't play basketball. Did you see that? If you didn't watch my last video, we were noodling for catfish in Alabama. But we didn't just noodle, we did all kinds of fun stuff. If you haven't seen that video, when you get done with this one, check it out. It's Crystal and I's, like everybody we know, it's their favorite video I've ever done. And I play basketball in it. Some say I may embarrass myself. I don't know, I thought I did pretty good. You gotta watch this guy. He's so quiet, he don't even tell you when he's got a fish on. And look, he's got him a big old mutton. I just told him to use the spinning rod so he can catch some yellowtails. And look what he pulls over the side. Silent but deadly. Nice one. I didn't even know he had a fish on. Crystal's like, I think he's fighting something up front. And he was. You got something big on? Silver snapper. That's like a mutton, just different.
Just the generic version.
A generic version. As you can tell, it's much later than the last time you saw us. We went back, went and got some conch salad on the beach, relaxed for a couple hours, and now we're back for the afternoon bite. If it's anything like it was yesterday, it should be really, really good. We are trying something different though. On the way out, we caught some live pilchards. Ain't having much luck with them yet though. We only have 1 more box of sardines and I'm saving them for that magical hour. Let's see if I can't double dip real quick. That rain feels so good. It was so hot when we went back to the house. Try a sardine. Uh-oh. I got a fish on. I didn't even think I had one on. Triggerfish, I guarantee you. Nope, silver snapper. One good thing about these fish and the triggerfish, not that I don't like to eat them, but the local guys around here, especially all the guys that are working, they really like them. So we can give them all treats too. See if I can do 3 rods at one time. Oh gosh. I don't know what that's all about. That's gotta be a shark. Eek. Big shark. That's probably shark number 20 if you guys are paying attention. Crystal and I watched that show, Our Planet, and the guy was talking, and it's a new one too, it wasn't an old one. He said,
today, they only thrive in anything like their former numbers on the very remotest of reefs.
I don't think I've ever heard a bigger lie in my life. I don't know how he said that without laughing after he said it. That's how bad sharks are everywhere. The Bahamas, the Gulf, the Atlantic, everywhere I go, the sharks are so bad it's insane. Yet that guy sat right there on TV and said, only in the most remote places on earth. His eyes are brown, he's so full of crap. Y'all see that right there? That looks amazing, don't it? You can see this hump right here on Seymour Maps. We catch a lot of fish here, but those are sharks. I know some of you probably hate when I rant about sharks, and I'm sure some people's probably already quit watching it because I said something bad about sharks. But one thing you gotta know, if you fish in the ocean, you already know how bad the sharks are. If you don't and you like watching these videos, do not believe what you hear on the news. It's gotten so bad now. I bet you we've easily had 25 or 30 cutoffs from sharks today. Like, probably even more.
At this exact time last night, we were tearing up the fish, one after another. But I guess we can't be that good 2 days in a row. Right, Gabe?
I can't catch nothing because of those dumb sharks.
We've had a great day.
Yeah, we can't complain. I'm just venting about the sharks. We have been very, very fortunate.
We came to the Bahamas this trip to catch muttons, and we have sure enough caught some muttons. What you got, babe?
I'm not even saying a word until I get it up. Shark.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Shallow water.
Nice! Oh my gosh, careful, careful, careful.
I just told Tom, I'm like, as much as we chum, we should be catching something.
Nice fish. That's a big one too, babe.
I have now caught them on pretty much every rig we've tried.
Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss.
Show them inside this cooler. This is my new big Engel cooler, so we don't have to get down on our hands and our knees.
Look at all them fish. That's a giant.
That's the one you caught.
Good job, babe.
Maybe I can catch another one. Live bait. I caught it on this little pink jig head.
Wonder where it was on
30-pound test. We just chummed so much. I'm like, how do we not chum something up? See how happy I get when I catch something?
Whew.
And how mad I get when the sharks eat everything?
The wind is whipping and we are in some pretty strong current. This trolling motor is holding us steady. Like dang good.
So I've been taking these baits that we caught earlier, just throwing about a handful in. We moved all the way down to right out in front of West End. I've always wanted to fish here because there's a deep channel that comes up real shallow next to this rock pile behind you. Anytime something like that happens, you typically will catch fish. We've never done it. Tom's lived here his whole life and he's never done it. So we tried it and it worked. That's all I did. All right, well here's the deal, folks. It's the next day, obviously. It's actually the third morning, no, second morning. Second morning.
Second morning.
Second morning of our trip, and something happened to Crystal's phone yesterday and it broke. We are going to Georgia tomorrow afternoon, so we're gonna leave the Bahamas now and go home, get her phone fixed. I gotta edit this video and get it up for you guys to watch. It wasn't as detailed as I want it to be, so when we get home, right before I cook the fish, I'm gonna show you an awesome recipe too, how to cook these muttons. I'm gonna show you at the table where it's not so windy, how to make these rigs. I'll show you 3 different rigs. It doesn't matter if you've been fishing your whole life. If you don't know how to make any one of the 3, you need to know, because you can catch anything with them. Right behind us, that boat, there's some awesome people that we just met. They're from Clearwater. We just give them some yellow eye numbers and stuff. We were gonna go down there with them today by memory, but there's bad storms coming. On my boat, I have Sirius XM satellite radar. So I can see off of Miami, there's some big storms. We're 80 miles from home, so we're gonna just go right now. We can always come back when the weather's better. I don't wanna wait till later, because if I do, these storms might build up and we get our butts kicked like we did on the way over. I'll show you right now the storms I'm talking about, just so you have an idea. I just clicked on Florida. You can see these storms coming right down the coast. A lot of times they get real big when they get to about Palm Beach and they come offshore. And that's when we meet them coming home. Because we're right here and we're gonna shoot straight over to the X. I'm not always known to make the best decisions. Letting a pregnant woman noodle, all kinds of crazy stuff. But right now I'm gonna make the executive decision. We're going home before the storms get bad. Sweet home. So this is actually Jupiter Inlet, the inlet that I grew up on. My mom taught us how to fish right over there at DuBois Park. This is where I was raised for my entire life, all 29 years of it, and it was absolutely amazing, except for it was like 44 years, not 29, 44. Right over here is Jupiter Lighthouse. Did you get a good nap?
I had a great nap. It wasn't bad.
No, especially when you're sitting down there in the beanbag. We averaged 32 miles an hour all the way home, and we burned exactly 133 gallons of gas. And that's not bad for round trip. It's 70 miles one way straight. We fished for 2 days. It's not bad at all. Wonder what they're doing over there. It looks like they're gonna put a big seawall system in. There used to be real big Australian pines over there, and that's where everybody hung out. And they've apparently closed it down. For those of y'all that are a little bit older and remember the Alan Jackson video, 5 o'clock somewhere, that's where it was filmed.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Unfortunately, I'm old enough to remember the day they filmed it.
You want to go get some exercise and hike to the top of the lighthouse?
Heck no.
Have you ever done it?
Nope. But I did do one in New Jersey that was high, almost as high as that one, if not as high.
I bet it's hot up there.
Probably a nice little breeze. Now, if you have a center console and you've ever been interested in running to the Bahamas, I suggest leaving from either Jupiter, Stewart, or Palm Beach. But if you do go, watch the radar. And I highly, highly recommend Sirius XM satellite radar. On my screens, I can see storms all around the world. So when I am over there or I'm getting ready to leave, I can pull my GPS up, look at the storm, see where they're at, see which way they're going, and I can make the call. And that's why this morning when we woke up, I said, Crystal, it's time to go. We had plans to fish today, but No need to get beat up with her being as far along as she is. We got plenty of fish. I looked at my radar and said, let's boogie. Didn't get hit by a single storm on the way home. This is the new Jupiter Bridge. This is the first time I've seen it done where both lanes were open. That's a big one. We used to jump off the old one when we were young. Judging off the size of that crane, they're still not completely finished with some big projects though. That bridge is about 2 times the size of the old bridge. There used to be a little half bridge, which is the real old bridge right over there. And my dad in the early 70s and late 60s used to come over here and fish, and they would catch black grouper and didn't even have a clue what they were and would turn them loose until one day he showed one to somebody, and he's like, that's a black grouper. That's how good fishing used to be. Now, not so much. You can see all the storms everywhere in Florida, all out here in the Bahamas. You can zoom in and see which way they're going. I do not recommend going to the Bahamas or even fishing offshore without that radar. I have no affiliation with them, unfortunately. It's Sirius XM satellite radar, just like the music, but for radar. So this is the Jupiter boat ramp. Pretty much my most highly recommended ramp if you are wanting to go to the Bahamas. Huge dock to tie up on, and then 2 nice ramps to put in on. I know one thing, we didn't eat breakfast and I am starving. Just got the boat pulled out of the water, no more than a mile from the boat ramp, and the first storm has hit. So I think we made the right choice, Beachy.
And our boat's getting washed.
We're getting a free pressure clean right now. That is another reason we came home early too, because it takes a while to clean this boat, and I want to relax a little bit tomorrow. We'll get it all done today. This is I-95 that we're coming up to. That's the south exit. We get on the north exit about 18 miles and get off in Stewart. Y'all ready to break down some mutton snappers? So I'm going to show you 3 different techniques, but I'm only going to show you how to do one. This one is what we call breaking a snapper completely down. These are the fillets. Obviously, if you're not familiar with fishing, that's where they used to be. And these are what we call the throats. They were right up in here. As you can see on this one, right here. This one I've already taken the gills out. In the Bahamas, if you're eating fish that Bahamians cooked, this is how they're going to do it, just like that. Everything intact, minus the scales, the guts, and the gills. A lot of times at home we'll do this, we'll save all the throats, because at the end of the time, if you have 5 or 6 muttons, just the throats alone are complete meals. Then you also have the fillets. Then you have a whole mutton snapper, and this happens to be Crystal Beachy's personal best, her PB. I'm gonna show you how to break it down. So on the big snapper, I'm gonna save its throats, but then I'm gonna fillet it, meaning I'm gonna take the meat off the bone. First thing you got to do is get the scales off. If you wait till after, it's super hard to do. Right now, while the fish is whole, it's really easy to do. You only have to descale it to right about their ribs. And if you miss a couple, it's all right, but try not to miss any. Flip it over, do the same. If you've never tried the throats, they're actually pretty good. And you can eat the throats on anything, even a tuna. That's actually one of the best things I've ever cooked for Crystal, she said, was a tuna throat. Smoke them, grill them, fry them, it don't matter. Be careful when you're scaling them though, that you don't run one of these sharp fins right up your fingernail.
You done that a time or 2?
Yeah. If you are scaling something in your parents' yard, you're probably gonna get yelled at. Here, I just blow it out there, it's no big deal. But if you're trying to do this in your mom's kitchen or your mom's backyard, you're probably gonna get in trouble. But most boat ramps you go to will have a fillet cleaning station, or do it on the back of your boat over the water, because it does make a mess. Just filleting them doesn't make a mess. Scaling them does. Before I take the throat off, I'm gonna go ahead and fillet it. Just feeling for the bones. I like to clean the scales off my knife. It's all about feel. See how I just skin it right down those bones? Now if you notice, it's real shady where we're at. Yesterday when we got home, it was not shady and we were hot from cleaning the boat. So today's actually the next day. Now you don't have to worry about missing a little bit of meat around the ribs because you're saving all that already. There's a beautiful fillet. And do the same thing to the other side. So now comes a little bit more difficult part. You need some good clipping pliers. You can see this fish was a female, because when you get right up in here, you're going to need something that can cut through that bone. Flip it over. Hold it scale up. This bone is super hard. Just like that. Now I'm gonna have to make one more cut. Right there. See where its gills are? And right here, you want to just cut. Just like that. To where it all disconnects. Flip it over. Cut right there. Now the next part gets a little bit gory. All you do is peel it off. The guts are intact to it, but you know how sensitive YouTube is, so I'm gonna take that off. You saw how easy that was? There's your throat. I mean, that's a meal for two if you had any kind of really good sides. One fish, you can break it into at least 4 or 5 meals for one family. The rest goes into gut bucket. Now, this is the roe. This was a female. My mom really likes this, so if you wanted to fry this too, it tastes like fried scrambled eggs. It's nothing crazier than that. So you can see on the throat, it's got this white tissue hook to it. You can cut it off now if you're gonna cook it now, but if you're gonna freeze this, leave it on there, because when you unfreeze it, you can take that off and that meat's never been exposed to any bad, harsh conditions. Just like that. The fillet. Flip it over. I like to hold right at the end, but I like to leave about 1/4 inch of meat. Then once I get a good hold of it, one thing I definitely do is cut that off. Again, if you're going to freeze this fish, you can leave that on there for now and cut it off later. But we have a fish tank full of fish that love meat. You also got to get this little line of pin bones out. So now you got one good clean fillet. That's at least a meal for 3 or 2, and you got the throat. It's been about 4 or 5 minutes. I mean, can y'all smell it? Now listen, I was gonna give you a brand new fish recipe, but I didn't think we had as good as fishing footage as we had. I thought the sharks ate most of the fish. I just now realized after editing it, I did catch some fish. Crystal caught some fish and we did make the best of it. But you guys, I can't express enough, the charter captains all around the US are getting ate alive by sharks. Before I show you Crystal eating this amazing meal, you have to know the toast is done. You have to know that sharks are so bad, something has to be done. Don't believe what you see on Nat Geo. Go out and do your research. Go talk to charter captains. Go talk to commercial fishermen. Talk to some Bahamians. Talk to people in the Keys in Venice, Louisiana, and California, New Jersey, here and everywhere in between. You will then realize that sharks are literally destroying people's careers, their lives, their livelihood. They're not good. We need to start eating them on plates just like this instead of having to kill all the beautiful muttons. We ain't killed all the beautiful muttons, but we have killed a couple, and you're about to see Crystal eat one right now. No salad dressing, nothing. We got fresh lettuce, peppers, tomatoes, some cucumbers, some avocado. If you don't eat lime on avocado, you are completely missing out. Some sea salt, some pepper, in lime on avocado is the cat's meow. Now I promise I will not rant about sharks again until the next bottom fishing video. I promise. The only thing I forgot is a little bit of lemon. You gotta have lemon and lime. Tell me that's not a 5-star meal cooked from a 5-star chef. Your own personal chef.
It looks amazing. Are you sure I don't need no ranch dressing?
You don't need it. You know what would be good though is some of that conch salad we had in the Bahamas.
Oh yeah.
Put right on top of it.
All right. Bite of mutton going down the hatch.
I made sure that was the big mutton that you caught.
Did you? You taste good. It's perfect, babe. Thank you.
Good?
Mm-hmm. It's always good. You're the best cook in the world. Oh, don't tell my mom.
Now, all jokes aside about the shark situation, if you think there's any way, shape, or form that I'm being sarcastic, hop in your vehicle and drive to any commercial fishing dock or any charter dock, anywhere you go. Just go anywhere you want to go and ask them, how are sharks negatively affecting you? Sharks are just like anything else on this planet. If we leave them unchecked and we do not manage them, it's bad. And trust me when I say it's horrible. Now, what wasn't horrible was our trip to Wet Dreams Fishing Lodge in West End, was it?
It was amazing.
10 out of a 10.
10 out of 10.
Look who's sticking his head around the corner. It's Friday night. I've got all the boys. I've got Owen, Jake, Luke, Conrad, Tarzan's coming. We're all going to Georgia camp tomorrow. And we're going to make a video of it, so we'll see y'all there.